So good morning class. So we are going to study about new chapter of class 8, which is microorganism. In this we will be learning very new different things. So I am Suman Kumar Krishna. I will be taking your class from today, and today is my first lesson. So I will be teaching you science topic microorganism. And now let's start the topic. So first I will show you some pictures. You have to identify them. So in this we can see this. Identify the first picture. In this we can see the, so we saw that the grayish white mold patches on the bread. We can see this in the during winter or rainy season if the bread is kept open for a long time, and these patches are seen over this. And the second image we can see over here. See, yes, in the second one we can see there is a river, and that river we can see the patches, green patches over there. We cannot see anything, but when we use it in the magnifying glass, we can see some organism over there which are roaming freely over here and there in the water. So students, there is a video in the description link. You have to go there and see that video. Till then, let me tell you what is in the video. You will be able to see the 5 different types of microorganism, which are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae and virus, and you can see the activities of them, what they are doing over there in the video. After watching that, come again to this video and I will tell you something regarding the topic. Now students, let's see something regarding this 5 types of organism. So there are 5 types of microorganism. First one is bacteria, and the disease caused by this bacteria are typhoid and tuberculosis. And the second one is protozoa, and the disease caused by it is dysentery and malaria. The third one is virus. From this we can get cold, flu, chickenpox and polio. Okay, and from fungi we can get ringworm or arthritis. Okay, and there is one more, algae. Now I will show you how they look like. Okay students, so see, this is the image of this bacteria. Okay, and this is Cladomonas pyrogera, which is coming under algae, and there is amoeba, paramecium, they come under the protozoa. And there is bread mold, which we also called as yeast. There are penicillium, aspergillus, they all come under category of fungi. And now see the virus, they are different types of structures. We can see 1 2 3, and this recent one is which one? This is called as coronavirus. Okay students, now let me ask you what are, explain these things. Okay, till then you can write different types of microorganisms in the description box and the comment box. And now let me tell you, explain you something about this. So microorganisms are classified into 4 major groups. These are bacteria, first one, fungi, protozoa, then algae. And see, viruses are also the microscopic, but they are different from this microorganisms. Okay, they reproduce only, they reproduce only inside the cells of the host organism, which may be a bacterium, plant or animal like us humans. Okay, and common elements like cold, influenza, which is also known as flu, and most cough are caused by viruses only. Serious diseases like polio and chickenpox are also caused by virus. Diseases like dysentery by protozoans, whereas typhoid and tuberculosis are bacterial diseases. So there are few questions, you have to write the answers in the comment section. The first one is that different, you have to write different examples where they think that microorganism can be seen with aided or unaided eyes. You have to write about that. And the second question is if there can be some real life examples where you can see different microorganism. Okay, and the answer I will tell you of this question. First you have to go think and write down in the comment section. And the answer of this question is that fungus on the wet leather shoes kept for a long time, or when stagnant water is collected at a patch or place and their green patches are seen, or when water gets collected in the cooler, tiny organisms are seen. Okay, students? And after this, there is few questions for you. You have to fill in the blanks. See, in the fill in the blanks, microorganisms can be seen with the help of a dash. You have to write this in the comment section, the answer. The second one is typhoid is caused by which microorganism? And the C one is microorganism may be single celled like bacteria, some algae and protozoa, or dash like fungi or algae. Okay. Now let me show you some pictures. You have to identify them. So are you able to see the image, the first one? So in this image you can see this image is of curd. And anyone know about this, how the curd is made at your home? So you have seen that your mother takes some little curd and put it in the milk, and after some time you can see that the whole milk is converted into the curd. And anyone know how it is done? So there is one bacteria called as Bacterium lactobacillus. Okay, this so everyone have seen that mother doing like this, and after this bacteria regenerate and reproduce them very fastly and make this milk into curd. And now there are few more pictures you have to identify. Before that you have to tell that after you have seen your parents collecting the waste materials like peel off of vegetables and fruits. What they do with that? They usually throw in the soil. And what happened to that peels? They degenerate and become something. Okay, and that is done by some microorganism. Okay, and now these are few pictures. See, the first one, a batter is made, and after this batter is made, after some time we can see in the second image it is puffed up. Are you able to see this? And this puffed one, from this puffed one what we can make? This is the batter of idli or dosa. So what is making this batter this puffed like structure? This is usually used in the baking purposes also, like you are eating cake, and this process is known as fermentation. And this fermentation is causing to you eat delicious foods like dosa, idli, cake and many things. So students, you all know how this is made. Now tell me that what is the reason behind this fermentation process of curd making. Okay, so you have to write how curd is made in the comment section. Till now I will tell you how it is made. So curd contains several microorganisms. Of this, the bacterium lactobacillus I have told you, which promotes the formation of curd. It multiplies in the milk and converts it into which thing? Curd. Okay, and therefore to make curd it is put in the milk. Now bacteria are also involved in the making of cheese, pickles and many other food items. An important ingredient like rava idlis, baturas. In this, the main ingredient is curd because it contains some bacteria and yeast which are helpful for fermentation of rice, which is used in idli's dosa batter. Now, see, microorganisms also used in cleaning up the environment. For example, the organic wastes. Okay, like vegetable peels, just now I told you, remains of animals, feces, etc., are broken into harmful or unusable substances by bacteria. In agriculture, blue-green algae are used to increase soil fertility by fixing nitrogen. Okay, students. So students, now you have to answer one question where we can see the use of microorganism. You have to write down this answer in the comment box. Okay, you have 10 seconds for this. Okay students, so now everyone is clear till now. Now we will be going further. Now just now I told you this batter is used. In this batter we use some curd. So in that curd also there is some microorganism. So this is used as commercial products. So you are able to think that this microorganisms are very useful in commercial purposes also. Okay, so these are the commercial use of this microorganism. Like I will tell you one of the thing, you have to check it out. See, so you have seen this puffed, okay, puffed breads. So how it is happening, you know, this yeast are used in this. So yeast reproduces rapidly and produces carbon dioxide during respiration. See, that's why, that's the reason that it bubbles the gas fill in the dough and increase its volume. That's why when we take the dough it is very small, and after that we see this puffed cake is very large. And this is the basis of the use of yeast we use, okay, for making breads, pastry, cakes, etc. Now this yeast is used for commercial production of alcohol and wine also. Okay, like yeast is grown on natural sugar present in grain like barley, wheat, rice, crushed fruit juices, etc. And the smell of alcohol as sugar have been converted into alcohol by yeast comes because of the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol known as which thing? Fermentation. And anyone know about who discovered fermentation? So the person who discovered the fermentation is Louis Pasteur. Okay, so students, there is an activity for you all. I know you all are at home, so take a bottle and fill it with 3 by 4 water in it. Take 2 to 3 spoons of sugar in it and a spoon of yeast powder and mix it and leave it for 4 to 5 hours. You will notice a smell will be coming after some time. Okay, and you have to explain why it is coming and what is the reason. Okay, and I will tell you about this. So the answer of that question was that smell of the alcohol as sugar has been converted into alcohol by yeast comes in because of the process known as what? Fermentation. And what is fermentation? Conversion of sugar into alcohol. Okay, so just now I told you that who discovered fermentation? It was Louis Pasteur. Okay, in which date? On which year, you can say? In which year? It was in 1857. Okay students, till now everyone is clear. Now I will ask you some questions, okay, related to these topics. So yeast is used in the production of what? You have to tell. So the answer of this is, you can write it as, let me take a marker. Yes, so see, the answer is second one, alcohol. Okay, so the second question, the bread or idli dough rises because of heat, grinding, growth of yeast cell, or needling. We know that yeast is used in the batter of making bread or idli. Okay, so the growth of yeast cell make the dough rises. And the third question, the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called as, I have told you many times, this is fermentation. Okay students, so students, till now we have studied about which things? We have studied about microorganism. Okay, in that also we talked about first bacteria which was causing typhoid or tuberculosis, and then we talked about algae. The example of algae was Clydemonas or Spirogera. And then we talked about fungi, and the example of this was bread mold or penicillium. Then we talked about protozoa. In that protozoa also, the diseases caused by protozoa was dysentery or malaria. Okay, and the last one, which do not come in this category, which was virus, and it causes cold, flu, chickenpox, polio, and COVID. Just now we are suffering from. Now the bacteria means like lactobacillus promotes the formation of curd. Then we talked about it multiplies in the milk and converts into the curd. Then bacteria and yeast are helpful in fermentation process, and microorganisms help to increase soil fertility also by nitrogen fixation. How? Just now I told you that your parents throw the peel of that fruits and vegetables, okay, the feces of animals, they are fixing the nitrogen and helping in the soil fertility. And the last point we studied about this topic was yeast is used for commercial production of alcohol and wine. And now students, I will give you some homework and conclude this topic today. So the first question is, you have to list some of the diseases caused by different microorganisms that are not mentioned in the book. And the second question is, you have to observe at your home and explain the process of how does your mother bake a cake, and you have to explain the reason behind it. Okay, this is an activity you have to do at your home. You have to observe and write down this, and you have to explain the reason behind how the cake is made at your home. And the third question is, as done earlier in the activity of adding sugar and yeast in the water, you have to see that after 4 to 5 hours, and you have to explain what had happened during the whole process. And the last one is, you have to watch the YouTube video and tell how this Louis Pasteur means discovered the process of fermentation. Okay, you will be getting, when you will write the discovery of fermentation by Louis Pasteur in the YouTube, you will get how he discovered, and you have to explain in this in the next class. So thank you for watching this video. We will be meeting in the next class with a new topic. Thank you students.